What's up, everybody? It's Alan from Breaking and Entering. We are here. We are talking to another Milwaukee artist today. I'm very stoked to talk to Drizo, who is a name that I have seen pop up for a very long time. And we'll get into that in just a second. But how are you doing today, man? Welcome.
Man, I'm feeling very blessed today. Another day above ground, always good. And then, I've been following the breaking and entering scene since I was like 16, 17 years old. So, to even be, experiencing this right now feels like a full circle moment.
Very
So,
cool. Yeah,
yeah,
for
feeling
sure.
pretty good today.
Now I gotta say, your name has popped up. So when we do our B&E weekly jams playlist every Tuesday, and I put that together, your name has consistently popped up every single week. Like you are putting out a ton of material this year. Are you dropping one single every week, basically?
It varies, sometimes because I pay attention to my streams very closely.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I might put out two, sometimes I might put out three, maybe ramp it up, might give them like five just all of a sudden because I really take my fan base seriously and also have the benefit of my work ethic has allowed me to have like an excess of
Mm-hmm.
songs. So there's always new content for you guys because you guys show a lot of love to me. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about though, like, how'd you get your start rapping? You said you were following Breaking and Entering for quite some time, but like, how'd you really get your start making music?
I always tell the story to everybody. I never imagined that I would be making music ever. Unfortunately, I went through some personal things. I lost a friend when I was in college, and that basically kind of started to where we are now. So, you know, I always love listening to music like Tupac, Kanye West, Ice Cube, Benny Siegel. Like you just name anybody you could think of in that hip hop realm, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
I grew up on. And I think my experience is kind of just like transformed with that, and that's why we here today. So yeah.
For sure. Did you ever find that that was kind of like a release for you, like a kind of like an outlet just to get your perspective on the world like out there through music?
Yeah, it was a way to hear myself, heal myself and understand myself. But as time has gone on and as my ability to articulate has gotten better through my music, I'm able to speak to other people's pain and
Mm-hmm.
their experiences, and I feel like that's where it's became more important lately. Like, of course, you know, my journey is always my journey, but I found that being able to speak up for others is just as important, if not more. So, yeah.
Very cool. Let's talk about the body of work that you've got that so far. I mean, you put out a couple albums in 2024, put out a couple albums in
Mhm.
2023, but like really dropping as many singles and throwing them out that way. Um, were they recorded in a batch like an album, or are you like kind of recording on the fly? Like how I guess how long does it go from making this in the studio to actually putting that out?
Well, a lot of the songs that have came out over this year span, these are songs that were recorded 2, 3 years ago. So when I was out in Milwaukee, at the time with my old crew, I was locked in the studio for hours on days on end. So we're talking about 300 unreleased songs just on this phone.
Oh wow.
And I my process of work is very diligent but quick. I freestyle everything, so it might take me 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how I'm trying to really get the point across with the song. It might take 40, but it doesn't take long to get the song finished. And then the mastering and stuff, a lot of it, if I didn't have engineers, I took it into my own hands. So everything's always ready to go. It just depends on when I'm ready to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of songs that, like for example, Not Enough that just came out recently,
Mm-hmm.
I recorded that 2 years ago. I just decided now that I'm kind of ready to put that out because I want my fan base to hear that side of me now. So
For sure.
yeah.
What goes into, is that the deciding factor? Like, well, I just want people to hear this part of me. Like, what goes into deciding what song is going to come out next?
A little bit of introspective, retrospective, reflective thinking, and living life. You know, certain songs that I have, I like to live a little life so I can understand more.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I sometimes feel like things fit the place in the world we're at, also too,
For sure.
because the things that go on in the world every day, music is a way for people to connect through those things. So I'd be very timing orientated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I would totally forget on songs that I have. You know what I mean? Like, if I had 300 songs in the tank, I would forget stuff. You ever go back through the archives like, damn, I forgot about this song that I had. Let's let that one fly.
That's kind of hard because for me, like, I don't know if other artists can attest to this, but I literally know the lyrics to all my songs,
Oh wow.
no matter what. Yeah, so I could be sitting here and I'm playing another song. I could literally think of the lyrics to another song, and I'll remember. Never have forgotten a single lyric to any song.
That's wild. That's amazing.
Mhm.
What does kind of the future hold for you for this too? Like, do you see yourself working, with different producers, different artists in the city, or anything like that? Like, or are you just kind of keeping things to yourself right now?
Right now, my homie Datrix,
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my close brothers who, yeah, we met through music, but through some of the challenges and hardships we've been through, we've developed a certain bond. That's who I work with. BB and Cartier, him too. But for the most part, I keep things relatively to myself. I just feel like, I think my worldview and my
Mm-hmm.
perspective is broader, and sometimes I find that some people have a hard time maybe understanding that, and collabs can sometimes not work out. But
Sure.
I'm always open to work with anybody because I always want to make the city look good. And at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm doing this for me, but I want to put on for Milwaukee. Like, I've grown up in Wisconsin all my life. I just always want to leave a good imprint,
Yeah.
especially with me going forward into the future. So, yeah.
Love that. That's awesome.
Mhm.
What does next year look like for you? Are you putting out? Are you going to continue dropping singles? Are you going to focus more into like a project? Like, what is the next thought?
Well, this year kind of went off the plan. I was planning on putting out 3 albums this year, but life has a funny way of you might have something planned, but you got to kind of catch the curveball. So, you know, hopefully, start of 2026, we can get Outsiders out. I think this is a very pivotal project, not just to me, but I think to music. The more time I get to sit back and digest what's going on in the music scene,
Mm-hmm.
I think this album, it's a homage to Juice World, which I know a lot of people, when they hear my music, that's one of the things they catch. And I feel like this album is needed on a lot of fronts for music right now, but also for myself. I think, a lot of people who have followed my music and a lot of the fan base who has followed me through Breaking and Entering, I am a very insightful, deep person. And through my albums, I, in a sense, shed skin. So I feel like this album is going to be important to my manhood and who I'm trying to become into the future.
For
So, yeah.
sure. How far along are we looking in this project? Are you recorded? Are you in the mastering phase? Like,
It's done.
it's done. It's all ready to
It's
go.
done.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's 14 songs. My bad to cut you off. 14 songs, all track listed, all mastered, everything put together. It's just life, certain things need funding,
Mm-hmm.
but I think in God's time it'll come out, and I think right now He's having me sort through some things and final lessons to get me to the glory. That's what I feel. So yeah.
For sure. If people want to follow you and get in touch with you and be on the lookout for that record too, where's the best place to go ahead and do that at?
Yeah, you can follow me on Drizo underscore on Instagram. You can follow me on Drizo all platforms and Drizo99 on YouTube with my YouTube page, interviews, all kinds of stuff, and Drizo on TikTok with multiple O's. Yep.
There we go. Love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down and do this. Like I said, looking forward to all the new music. And don't forget, you can check out even more music from the Milwaukee music scene every single day over at breakingandentering.net and follow us on all of our social media as well.
Thank you.